Hey! Greetings, Internet. I hope everyone is having amazing day today. What we gonna do? We're gonna cook. We're gonna cook along today. So, in the description of the video, you can see the chapters. And if you're gonna get bored and you want to lay down, you can jump to the part of the video that may be interested for you. Without further ado, let's go straight into it. NCSoft, our beloved MMO developer, is having a bad day. How bad, you may ask? To draw a picture where we are and how bad it is, let's toss some numbers. So 2024 NCSoft is 100 million minus in red. So they lose around 8 million a month. Their stock prices last 5 years drop by 76%. And there is other company that you probably heard about that lately everyone says, hey, it's gonna die, Tencent gonna buy them, it's gonna be disaster, they're gonna close down. Their name was Ubisoft. Ubisoft stock prices drop by 78%. So, as you can probably see, we are having bad day and we may get our company kabooshed. So for NCSoft to survive, they have to the games and the teams behind the games that do not bring enough profit. Too expensive to maintain and don't bring enough smackaroos. Otherwise, they're gonna get bought by other big company, like for example Tencent, and Tencent gonna kaboosh the shitty games anyway. And now probably the Guild Wars and Tron Liberty Andes are raging because they see the title of the video. What the fuck you know, you fat fuck wizard, you don't leave your house and you are giving me lessons, wee! Before you're gonna write the comment that Guild Wars 2 is not developed by NCSoft, it's developed by ArenaNet, and I don't know shit. ArenaNet is 100% owned by NCSoft. And what happens if the parent company that owns you 100% gonna go bankrupt, Second dose of Copium comes from Tron and Liberty Andes that say, oh, but all the game developers this year have a bad time. You know, everyone have a bad time, so NCSoft also gonna have a bad time. Out of all Korean developers, last year, only NCSoft ended with negative income. Their competitors, like Nexon, ShiftUp, or Krafton, they ended in green. But enough of this rambling. Let's see the numbers. Let's see the meat. Who is gonna be the victim that's gonna get axed first? Behind me, let's use my magic wand. Whoosh! Behind me, you should see all the games and the numbers from their financial report for January to December 2024. I know. Spreadsheet numbers. Who gives a fuck? Some of you want to already lay down. But it is important. You first have to be erected to penetrate. So we have to build erection to penetrate the defenses of the Andes that are on Copium. So let's go straight into it. Mobile division on NCSoft is what keeps this company from going bankrupt. They pumping big numbers. And the only black sheep on the list is Blade and Soul 2. But it's very highly unlikely they will shut this shitter down. Why? Because it's the same shit. Let me explain. Best way to describe it so everyone will understand is a real life example. Bush, those are two cars. On the right, Toyota Supra. On the left, BMW Z4. They look like completely two different cars with nothing in common. Wrong. They share engine, they share chassis, they share gearbox, they share electronics, and they are made in the same factory in Austria. Austria is the place where Arnold Schwarzenegger come from. Same as with those mobile games. They may look different outside, but under the hood is the same thing. So if we are already developing content for one game and second game, then there is no problem with Blade and Soul 2 because automatically we're gonna have more shit for this game. We just have to recolor it. That's why I don't believe Blade and Soul 2 will get closed. Some European viewers may be confused what BMW stands for. It is Bayerische Motorenwerke Aktiengesellschaft. Now everyone should understand what we're talking about. Mobile part done. Let's use some magic to get to the interesting part. PC gaming.
I am the sound effect.
We will start from the top. And then we're gonna work out down to the bottom, down to the trenches. Lineage and Lineage 2. Those two will never go away. Lineage is flagship franchise of NCSoft. Lineage 1, that is still continued to this day, it is what put them on the map in 1998. How much it is? 27 years? It's crazy that this game is still alive and updated and still bring more profits than fucking Guild Wars 2. It's insane. It's because NCSoft trained Lineage players to be professional dick suckers. No amount of pay to win, no amount of bullshit can stop them from playing the game. They are hopeless, addicted individuals that you can milk them to oblivion. That even their remind's gonna turn to dust and they will still put in their last will that their money go towards their favorite game. To this day, I am still amazed how much money they were able to suck out of people's corpses. Get ready to get shocked too, because we have the numbers. Lineage franchise made more money than League of Legends. Almost the same amount as Grand Theft Auto. And not Grand Theft Auto 1 game, Grand Theft Auto entire franchise from 1 to 5. When you take Warcraft into perspective, not World of Warcraft, entire Warcraft, they're like 10% below. How they do it? I am shocked. I am speechless. Having all of those variables in mind, Lineage is here to stay for another decade to suck soul from the people. But then you look lower, then you look on the numbers below Lineage and you see Aion. Oof. And Aion is not doing well. So you may ask, Wizard, why this shithole is not closed yet? It don't make any money. Ha! It's all about optics. If you have encountered the female species in the internet, you probably know that they have some special techniques to catch their prey. One of it is technique to make the picture out of angle so you can only see the cute face, big booba, but you don't see the ham planet part below. And then you show up in real life and you don't know what to do. Talk to her or run. It happened to all of us. Aion is like that fat chick. Closing the game right now, send a message, hey, we have a problem. Oopsie. But do you know what is happening in the end of this year? Aion 2. Aion 2 confirmed to be released for Korea and Taiwan before the end of the year, and next year early Q1 for global release. So, what you can do? Hey, you know guys, this game Aion 1? Yeah, we are discontinuing it because now you have Aion 2. We want all the players and all the effort focused on the new title. Aion 1 discontinued, come play Aion 2. And bagushed. Aion 1 murdered in white gloves, and it won't affect public opinion at this like natural step to do. You replace old product with the new one. Ka-chink! Stay with me, we almost there! Almost there! Blade and Soul. Blade and Soul was also candidate for the closing, but they had remastered the game and make something like Classic Plus, and they re-released the game in China, Korea, and 2 weeks ago we had NAEU release. So it will also look bad if you remaster the graphic, you redone the game, and now you're closing it. Highly unlikely. Milking is cranked up to 11. Coomers are getting sucked right now from their wallets, and they're gonna get their money back that they invested in this game. Don't worry about that. Now the one that may lure you into watching this video. Guild Wars 2. And get ready, if you are Guild Wars 2 Andy, get ready to be upset. But it is what it is. I believe that Guild Wars 2 may go kaboosh after Aion. And you may ask why. Why I think that if their financials on Guild Wars 2 are not that bad. They're not the worst, not the best. Well, Guild Wars 2 competition. Guild Wars 2 is going against World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV. It targets the same audience. They cannot do like half-ass shit in Blade and Soul or Lineage. They have to pump serious content. Lineage 2, for example, and Throne and Liberty completely target different audience. They target Black Desert audience. Korean Farm Fest with RNG weapon upgrade that you infinitely farm one dungeon or 3 monsters over and over and over. That's the content for Throne and Liberty and Lineage. You cannot do the same shit in Guild Wars 2 and expect it's gonna beat the World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy. You have to put something proper and more expensive. The second point I'm gonna make, that Guild Wars 2 is in danger, it's about its monetization. You look at Lineage Andes and Aion Andes and also Blade and Soul Andes, they were being trained. They were been training their passive for 10 years, 20 years. They open their skill book and there is like golden frame around the skill. And the skill name is Bend Over.
Like the gear discrepancy in this game is unreal. If I've spent, let's just say $8,000. Let's say that's the number. Let's say I spent $8,000 on this game, and I hit people for 10,000. They hit me for 10 million. How much more fucking money do I got to spend? So to put it even more into perspective, the top gear DD in my CP, I would roughly estimate probably spent double what I spent. And he is now to the point where he can one hit pretty much anyone that's not invulnerable or a tier. But he still gets one hit by everybody. So that's okay. Let's double 8,000. That's $16,000 I would have to spend, 8,000 additional dollars to be able to still be one hit by everyone and one hit most people.
3,000 to 5,000 euro for some unique weapon. That's like Tuesday for Lineage player. If you activate the same power levels in Guild Wars 2, I think it will be implode. So the monetization possibilities are way lower than the other franchises. And it shows 25 or 26-year-old Lineage 1 makes more money than Guild Wars 2. Who the fuck plays Lineage 1? The third problematic angle I have detected is that the Guild Wars 2 have zero presence on Asian market. Only EU and NA servers. I have read somewhere that there is Chinese version of the game, but zero information, cannot find shit. Cannot find shit how the game is doing right there. Probably not that well if the total income from sales is lower than Lineage 1. Anyway, why would South Korean dying company that is... why would they keep investing in some Western game if they don't understand market here and the best thing they do, pump mobile games? So Guild Wars 2 may not get closed, but sell. It may be sold to someone. I don't know, Epic Games, they don't have their MMO. Did you notice? Are you seeing it? Or not? We are missing someone. Throne and Liberty, released 6 months ago, or 7 months ago, by Amazon, here on the West, on Steam. Why they are not on the list? They camouflage the game because maybe it's doing poorly. Let's see. The Steam numbers, 40,000. And let's compare it to a direct competitor, Black Desert. Black Desert 20,000 online, but Black Desert also have the separate launcher. You can play the game on Steam and on separate launcher, so the numbers may be comparable. Problem is, Black Desert is like 10-year-old game. Throne and Liberty 6 months game. Second problem we have here with Throne and Liberty, complete abolished in Korea on its home ground. People not really like the game over there. When it was released, it was like top 20 for a moment, and then it completely fell off the chart. So we are not doing well in Korea, and we are hiding our resources. In 26 or 28 years of this company, there was a game that had offshore studio like Guild Wars 2. There was a game that had poor or non-presence in Korean market. Third Strike, its earnings were also camouflaged in all the numbers. They didn't report the exact sales of this game. And do you know how the game ended? The studio got closed. Yes, the game name was Wildstar. Released in 2014 as subscription game, bagushed in 2018 with its entire studio. Throne and Liberty and Guild Wars 2 share the most murder triads, the negative triads, with the body that we already buried. No presence or poor performance on Asian market, camouflaged income about the game, and developed by offshore studio. How did we get here? Because doesn't matter if you hate or love NCSoft, you have to admit that they are only one company on the entire planet, soon to have seven MMOs in active development that are alive, more or less. This is insane. So how this milking overlord, the champion of South Korea, is in the red? There is an interview with Mr. Steve Jobs. For people that don't know, Steve Jobs, one of the founders of Apple, that may shed light on this situation. Unfortunately, I cannot put a clip in my video because it's copyrighted as fuck. So video will be bagushed. So I'm gonna leave you the link in the description. But just to summarize it, technical people make a product that elevates the company to its position. Then for next 2-3 years, they don't bring any money because they're developing new product. They make something new. During this time, the business people, advertisement, management, they are making money. So they are ending up commanding positions, managers, CEOs. So business people are in charge of company and product people are getting pushed away. And the quality of the product deteriorate. It's rotted away. Company forgets how to make good product, forgets how to make good game. Latest example, Throne and Liberty. Game is not AAA. Game is like, it's alright. But nowhere near success levels of its previous titles, like Blade and Soul, Aion, or Lineage. Nothing spectacular, nothing new. In terms of monetization and sucking people dry out of their money, they are like front runners. There may be one more contributing factor to the entire story, but I left it for the finale. Why? It is related to virtue signaling on social issues. And I know I am exhausted and tired about this bullshit, and you probably too. So use the timestamps in the description below to skip to the conclusion, and you don't need to listen about all of that shit. Throne and Liberty releases in the West. It has diverse cast in the story. It have fat characters, body tape A and B, and also tit slider and ass slider are missing from the character creation for your character. I wanted to do video to mold about it. Unfortunately, my current country of residence is United Kingdom. And if I would deliver my honest, unhinged video with my unleashed magical power, I may be deported back where I came from. So let's do small honest take. No one gives a fuck about body type or diverse characters in game. It's all about Trojan horse and boiling the frog. Because Monday you have body type A, body type B, and Friday you have trans dragons and wheelchairs. Just look what happened to World of Warcraft, okay? I don't want the same shit to happen into my beloved Korean grinder games that I play for over 2 decades. Anyway, the game is published by Amazon, industry leaders in virtue signaling, who gives a fuck. But 1 month ago, something strange happened. One of the most popular NCSoft game, Blade and Soul, was re-released on NAEU. And back then in 2016, when it originally came to West, it pumped a lot of money. But this time, zero advertisement, zero information over internet, zero content creators, zero sponsorship, silent. Also on top of that, the art director behind the Blade and Soul get into trouble with press after making Stellar Blade. You remember, they went ape shit like, this game kills woman.
Stellar Blade is literally killing women. And he answered, yes, no problem. Go tell that to the women who are hit, killed, and denigrated or commit suicide because they can't live up to the fictional standards expected by men.
With those 2 red flags, Wizard had to conduct the investigation. Did NCSoft come to the dark side by betraying its players to sip this sweet ESG nectar? Through the Woman History Month of March, NC Block has been introducing female employees of NC that are starving to respect diversity when developing games and fostering an in-house culture. Yeah, GG, that's all I have for you today. I am curious what you think about all of this situation and who is gonna bagoosh and who is gonna survive. Let me know in the comments below. If you want more, you can visit my chill stream. Fuck! Job done. Wizard out. Poof. The game team fits perfectly its title. It turns your dick into blade, and it sucks your soul with microtransactions.